everyone, it's Megan here from Megan Makes Do, and today I'm going to show you how to make the spider stitch. It's a beautiful textured stitch that I just used in my brand new Grady tee. So for this tutorial I'm using Lion Brand yarn True Blue in the color tan, as well as a Furls crochet hook size H, which is a 5mm. Now I find that using the Furls hook is actually really good for when you're working with True Blue, because it does tend to be a little bit splitty, and the Furls hook, this is like their streamline hook, works really well. It makes it so that it grabs the yarn securely and doesn't split as often. I'll put links to both in the description below. So let's go ahead and get started by adding a slip knot onto our hook. And then for the spider stitch, you're going to want to chain an even number of stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chain 12. Okay, so now we've got our 12 stitches, and if you wanted to start with a row of single crochet just to give it a little bit more security, you can. I recommend working into the back bumps just to make it a little bit easier. You can also start with a foundation single crochet row. Just make sure that you have an even number of stitches. So for our first row, we're going to skip the first chain and work one single crochet into the second chain from the hook. Then we're going to skip a chain and we're going to work a single crochet, a chain one, and another single crochet into the same stitch. And that's our first spider stitch. We're going to skip the next chain and again work a single crochet, chain one, and another single crochet into the next stitch. And we're going to do that all the way across. So we skip one stitch and then work a single crochet, chain one, single crochet into the next stitch. So it's kind of like making a V-stitch but using single crochets. So going all the way across, we always skip one and then work single crochet, chain one, single crochet. Skip one, and then in our last stitch we're just going to work one regular single crochet. So that's the end of row one. For our next row, we're going to chain one, turn our work. We're going to work one single crochet into that first single crochet. Then we're going to be working into the chain one space in between the two single crochets that we worked into that last stitch before. So you can kind of see we've got 4 bars in there. We're going in between those bars, and then you want to make sure that on the other side you've got 2 bars on either side of your hook as well, so you know that you're in between the 2 single crochet stitches. And again, work a single crochet, chain one, single crochet into that chain one space of the stitch from the previous row. We're going to skip those 2 single crochet so that we work again into only the chain one space. So as we go along, we're always going to be working our spider stitches into the chain one space of the spider stitches from the previous row. So again, into that chain one space, work a single crochet, chain one, single crochet. So you'll only ever be working into a single crochet stitch in the first and last stitch of each row. Otherwise, you'll always be working into the chain one space. So here's our last spider stitch. And then again, we'll finish this row with one single crochet into the very last single crochet of the row. So there's the end of row 2, and you'll start to see the texture of our stitches pretty soon. So chain one and turn, work one single crochet into the first stitch, and then work a single crochet, chain one, single crochet into the next chain one space. So here you can see those 4 different bars. We're going in between just into that chain one space to work our next spider stitch. So again, into the next chain one space, work a single crochet, chain one, single crochet. Okay, so here we are at the end of row 3. That's what we have so far. And then for row 4, again, we're just repeating the same as the other rows, going across, working a single crochet into the first and last stitch, and then working our spider stitches into the chain one spaces of the spider stitches in the row below. So single crochet in the first stitch, and then single crochet, chain one, single crochet into the next chain one space. And we'll just keep repeating this row over and over to create the beautiful spider stitch. It has a lovely texture, and in this True Boo yarn, it has amazing drape. And like I said, you can find my Grady tee, which will be coming out soon, on my blog for free if you want to try out a crochet project using the spider stitch. So here we are working on row 5. Again, single crochet in the first stitch, and then work a single crochet, chain one, single crochet into each chain one space across. Okay, so we're coming up to the end of this row, and we'll work our last single crochet. And then if we turn our work, you can see the texture of our spider stitches really starting to come through now. This makes a beautiful texture, a beautiful stitch. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial.